Meiji Look has been open since 2001, and it was born from a place of me recognizing a very talented group of jewelry designers who I went to school with at George Brown College. I was observing them making beautiful things, and I was evaluating the climate outside of school and being struck by how bleak that was looking. Individual creative people didn't have the same outlets that we do today. My goal was to harness that energy and bring it directly to the public. To be exhibiting high-quality, handmade, beautiful art jewelry in a neighborhood that, at the time, the energy was flat. Creativity was sparse. Part of that made it appealing from an economic standpoint, being able to afford the rent, so to speak, in a neighborhood that wasn't as desirable at the time. But for us, it presented as a white canvas. It was a blank canvas, and we got to decide what colors we wanted to put on that canvas. And that has remained as an inspiring point for us all along. You know, there's certainly been craftspeople who have made a living successfully while working in a home studio environment, and it's certainly a compelling way to make a living, and it's a noble way to make a living. But my question was, is there a way to do things where you're not in competition with other artists, but instead you're in collaboration? And to me, that's a more interesting experiment. Of course, there's an undercurrent of competition, and that's healthy. But at the same time, the artist path is a tricky one, and it's hard to keep your nose above water. And so if you can do that in an environment that's supported, your chances of being like a stone skipping across the water is much more likely. To see how that's manifested over the span of now a couple of decades there's no other word aside from magic. It has taken on a life of its own, and there's a certain momentum that has built that has sort of catapulted it into a high vibration space that, you know, my job, I feel, is like being the conductor of an orchestra, and when you're just in this wonderful flow. We do have an award that we present at George Brown College called the Meiji Look Entrepreneur Award, and that's where a brand new jeweler will come to Meiji Look and they have an opportunity to use our studio for free for 6 months to get their career up off the ground. There's a lot of gratitude for ultimately the public who has continued to say yes to us, to what we're doing, to show us that this matters to them, that what we're doing is relevant and needed. It's resulted in really, really high quality exchanges with the people that come through our door. So that's something I've been grateful for all along.